guys, it's Melissa with Wild Hearts Homestead, and I am going to be doing a garden tour of, this is June 13th today. I'm just going to do a tour of where our garden's at, and I'm also going to be making a to-do list as I'm checking on everything. So I like to go out every now and then and look at everything and make a list of all the things that need to get done, and then I can check it off one by one when I have a free moment. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to start out in the new garden space. There's still a lot of mulching that needs to get done, as you can see. It's been slow progress. Since I got stuff planted in the ground and it started coming up, it's been a lot more difficult to get the mulch out without children stepping on plants that are growing. But our tomatoes are doing amazing. So this whole row here is Roma tomatoes. And some of these plants are just absolutely loaded with tomatoes. I'm so thrilled. I cannot wait. I'm gonna have to get all my recipes together for making some pasta sauces, and I wanna make a bunch of tomato pastes. My goal with this year was to make enough to be able to supply through the winter. And some of these I need to get out here and do some tying and some pruning. They are growing really, really well. This right here is a Thai basil. I have two planted in the back garden and this one up here. And this one is a Genovese basil. I tried to take cuttings from this and they rooted, but then once I put them in the soil, they just kind of rotted. So I need to figure out what went wrong and try to do that again, because this is my only Genovese basil plant. And let's see, over here, these plants are mostly beefsteak tomatoes over here. So these are gonna be ones that we're slicing and eating fresh. And you can see I need to get out here and tie this up. So that is gonna be going on my to-do list. But we've got some tomatoes coming on here. This one has one, and these are indeterminate tomatoes. So they will keep producing until the frost takes them out. But I've had good luck with them in years past. This is my first year doing Roma tomatoes. So on this row, number 1, 2, and 5, I think are Roma tomatoes. Oh no, Ellie. Well, it looks like we're gonna have a green tomato. It wasn't ready yet.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes gardening with kids means you gotta plant some extra. All right, this section here is a combination of zucchini and yellow squash. I think I did every other zucchini and yellow squash. I need to come out and check for squash bugs and squash eggs, because it's been a day or two. And I put some marigolds in here, hopefully to help. I haven't seen a ton of squash bugs and squash bug eggs. But when I've come out and checked, I just will knock them into a bucket of soapy water. I'll peel off any eggs off the leaves. And I'm hoping I can keep it under control as long as I can get out here regularly. Now, this section over here, I need to finish mulching and weeding this. This is a combination of a couple different things. My niece helped me plant these 2 rows right here. There is pie pumpkins, honeydews, yellow squash, and something else. Does it say on the tag? I tried to put it on the tag. That's a honeydew. So I think this is honeydews here, and that's pie pumpkins. We'll have to wait and see. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, please don't step on the plants. But I, again, put some of the marigolds in here to try to help with the bugs. And we'll have been coming out here to check these for the squash bugs and the squash bug eggs. Next to these rows, I have one row. You can see a bunch of sunflowers got dumped out here. There's a row of sunflowers, and then next to it is an entire row of watermelon. The watermelon is coming up really nicely. You can see here, excited. These are sugar baby watermelons. They are personal sized watermelons, so we should have plenty of those. We love watermelon. I had like a super old packet of forget-me-not seeds that my niece also put in here somewhere. I haven't seen anything come up from that yet, so I'm not sure if those will or not. Let's go up here. So over here I have 2 slicer cucumber plants, and at the end of this row I have 3 pickle cucumber plants. This is a whole nother row of watermelon that I had planted before that other row. Some of them have died off, so I may come out here. I still have more seeds. I may come out here and plant some more, or I might fill it in with some more pie pumpkins, because I want to have a bunch of pie pumpkins for storage. But these watermelon are looking good, the ones that are making it. That one's huge. And here are our pickle cucumbers. They are looking really nice. I am fighting this Bermuda grass. It is the most giant pain in the butt. It has the rhizomes that grow above the ground and the rhizomes that grow below the ground. And no matter how much you dig it and dig it and dig it, it grows through everything. At our old house, this Bermuda grass, it actually grew through the wall of our house into the closet and into the bedroom. That's how crazy this grass is. All right, let's check out our herb garden next. We had a huge storm come through. Oh man, look at that hail. And it knocked over my elderberry tree. It was very sad. I staked it back up with T-posts and bungee cords, and I'm pretty confident it will reroot and it'll be fine, but it was really sad to see it falling over. And so the Japanese beetles have come and decimated my poor rose bushes. They did this last year too. I've been coming out here and knocking Japanese beetles off again into a bucket of soapy water, and last year my rose bushes recovered fine, and I expect the same this year. Once the Japanese beetles move on, they'll be fine. We have some rosemary here. I made roast chicken the other night, and I came out and got rosemary and thyme to go with it, and it's so wonderful to just be able to come outside and get some fresh herbs. Here is my coneflower, my echinacea plant. It's looking amazing, and I'm super thrilled with this. Look at all these heads on here. I think that we're actually going to be able to start harvesting this next year. I'm really thrilled with how this is looking. Back here we have our Italian oregano, also looking amazing. Super excited about this. I might come out here and cut some of this and dry it just to have inside, just prune it a little bit. Over here we've got violets from my mother. She brought them from her house. They're doing really well. We've got our little tea roses. Here is some sage. Sage is looking really good too. Very happy with how this little section is all kind of coming together. Back here I have several bee balm plants. So this is bergamot for making teas. Very excited about those. These are fennel. These have really taken off. They look amazing. I put this walkway in. I think it's super cute. I just moved some of the flagstone from a different part of the property, and eventually I want to put a little pond in here and a bench and stuff so I can just sit out and enjoy the garden and the beauty. All along my walkway here, these are purple irises that I got from one of the families that I work for. Here is our bug. Here's our thyme. It's so good. It smells so amazing. Oh my goodness. Here's some more rosemary, some more bee balms. I had my ginger planted in here. My ginger did not survive, and now it is a pot of weeds. So I'm gonna have to take care of that. But you can see my poor elderberry bush, how it fell over. But my elderberry bush has so many blossoms on it. Like, I'm expecting it to recover. It's still leaning a lot. You can see how much it's leaning. and the Japanese beetles have been attacking it too. But there's so many blooms on it that I think I'm still gonna have a really great harvest from it. Over here we have the tea plants, got those remulched. They're taking off. They're doing amazing. These get pruned in February until they are at the proper height to be plucked. I think they call it the plucking table or the picking table. So I have a whole book about how to take care of these. But so these are not being harvested yet. They are just being grown until they are the right height to start being harvested. Let's take a look at our trees next. We have several pears on our pear tree, which is super exciting. I think I counted 3. Here's 1, 2, maybe it was only 2. I think I took one off because it was looking like it was getting eaten up. This is our first year getting pears, so that's very exciting. Yeah, you see it? Don't pull that one off, okay? No more pulling off. Come here. All right, let's go check out our apple trees. These apple trees we just got like a couple months ago, maybe like 2 months ago. So they're not gonna have anything this year, probably not gonna have anything next year, but they're doing pretty well. This one is doing a little bit better than the other one. Been trying to remember to water these really well. It's been so hot and dry as we're coming into summer, and you know, Japanese beetles again are getting on the leaves and trying to eat them, but they're doing okay, I would say. So just want to check out our persimmon tree here. I have not gotten out to prune this. It needs to get pruned. Oh, look, there's a bunch of stuff on there. Turn this around. There's a bunch of fruit already on here. I think what will help is to take some of the fruit off so that the other fruit will grow bigger, because these have been really, really small. And I think that will help the persimmons to be not so tiny and tart. The pecan tree had a lot of tassels. One of my friends came over and said that means that it's going to be a good year for pecans, that they don't actually have a large harvest every year, so that last year might have just been one of the years where it didn't have a large harvest. So I'm really hopeful we can get a lot of nuts off of this tree this year. It looks super healthy. I'm not sure if you can see that on there, but there are pecans forming on the tree that you can see. And then of course I can't forget about my avocado trees. These I bring out when the weather gets to be over 75. As long as it's not getting below 60 at night, I'll leave them outside. I kind of start to transition them when it starts to be warm enough during the day but still cool at night. I'll bring them out during the day, then put them back inside. So this is my big avocado. I topped it this year. It needs watered. Put that on the to-do list. It is kind of a hot mess right now because when I topped it, it went out sideways, and it's a little bit top heavy. So it's being supported right now until it grows a little bit thicker skin on the trunk, and then it should be able to hold its own again. Back over in the berry bush section of the yard, I was out here last week and I found something super exciting. So I was just checking on some of the stuff, the blackberry bushes and everything, and I noticed something super exciting, so I wanted to show you guys. Check this out. Do you see this? My dad got me this grapevine on clearance at Lowe's. I think it was $3. He got it for me a couple months ago, and there's already grapes growing on here. I'm so excited. I haven't even had the time to do the research about how I'm supposed to take care of grapes, and it's already making me grapes. So I'm gonna have to bump it up on my list to get this trellised and figure out how in the world to take care of grapevines. These are our blueberry bushes. I didn't actually end up getting any blueberries off of these this year. That frost that came through got the blossoms that were starting to form, but they do look like they are doing okay. I might get out here and try to get some of that weeding done too. Over here is the black raspberry shoots, and they had some fruit, but they were like super dry, and so I think it was just because they got transplanted, because the new growth looks really good. And I wasn't expecting to get any fruit off of these this year. But you can see there's some berries on here, but I think they're doing good. And then next year I'll expect to have more shoots coming up, and it'll be great. Looks like something ate all the leaves off the grapevine. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what ate all the leaves off of here. But the other grape looks like nothing has bothered that one. So, I don't know. I'll have to do some research. If you know what likes to eat all of the leaves off of a grapevine, let me know. Don't pick those off. No, no, don't. I've got to add turning the compost to my to-do list. Don't let me forget. Let's walk over here to the small garden and see what we got going on over here. All right, so these potatoes I may pull up relatively soon. These are Kennebec potatoes. We've got some sweet potatoes going. I've got my 2 strawberries left. I think I might put those in the ground because the pot is just getting dried out way too fast with this heat that we're having. The lettuce is all gone to seed. I'm gonna save seeds from the lettuce. And there's a couple carrots left in here that were planted in the winter. They probably are not really gonna be edible because it's been so hot. But I'll leave them here, let them stay in the ground and go to seed, and save those seeds next year. These potatoes have been flowering. I'm gonna let them go until they die back. These ones are both russet potatoes, so I feel like these ones are gonna do really well. And the peppers are looking good. I haven't had any fruit on the peppers yet. They have been putting out flowers, but so far, up, there's one. You see it? Up. There's one. First pepper. I've never grown peppers. This is my first year growing peppers. Very exciting. The radishes have gone to seed. I didn't love the radishes. They were super small. And I saw a thing about eating the bean pods. So my plan is to gather up these bean pods and cook them with the recipe that I found. We got our first cherry tomatoes this week. These things are so tiny and cute. Check this out. Aren't they adorable? I hate that cucumbers and tomatoes are ready for salads after lettuce is way gone. So I'm trying to find some other way to either grow lettuce or find a different green for salads. But there are tons of tomatoes on here. So many tomatoes. Really excited about these. The onions have gone to seed. I did a seed saving video. I'm gonna put that up after the lettuce is done going to seed so that you can see how to save seeds from your onions and your lettuce and peas and all of that. The spinach has gone to seed too. It's getting really dry. I might have to get out here and water all this stuff. But I've saved spinach seeds. All of this spinach was actually from seeds that I had saved from previous years, and it was good. It tasted really good. So that is everything out here. Hey, little baby, let's come out of the garden space. Ellie, come here. Come here. Come out of the garden space. You're stepping on stuff. Last but not least, I have the stuff that is on my porch that is still in transition. This is a pot of sweet potatoes. I'm probably going to give this a couple more days of partial sun before I put it out into the full sun. Another pot of sweet potatoes up here. This needs to get planted in the front. I just haven't got to it. And these marigolds need to go in the ground. The other flowers in here didn't come up. And this is a bee balm. That needs to go in the ground. And that is a lemon verbena that my friend gave me that I think I killed. I've got one more pot of sweet potatoes. I need to put some more dirt in here and water those. But these I just put in the ground yesterday. So I'm leaving them in the shade on the porch probably for a good 5 days or so. And then once they seem like they're doing okay, I will move them into partial sun for a week or two and then move them into the full sun. Let's check out the flower gardens next. I haven't made any progress on the mulching and the weeding in the flower gardens, so I want to make sure I put this on my to-do list. All of this needs to get mulched, cardboarded. I've got a giant stack of cardboard, and so that is on my to-do list to get to this too. And then I have this other flower garden up here. Got the border all put around it. It needs to get cardboarded and mulched and pull the weeds out. and get rid of the ant piles. It's really overgrown. It's really bad, guys. It's kind of overwhelming looking at this flower garden and thinking about how much it needs some love. But I really do want to get out here and work on this. I find that when I have a to-do list, it helps me actually accomplish more, because when I have a moment, come here, when I have a moment when the kids are asleep or everybody's just wanting to be outside, then I can, instead of trying to remember what needs done and thinking, oh, what was it I was supposed to do, then I can just go straight to my to-do list and I know, okay, I can do this. It's so much of a way to use your time more efficiently. So I have chickens in a bunch of different locations right now. I was at one point only having to fill up one feeder and one waterer every day, and now I have chickens everywhere. Chickens in the tractor. I've got 3 hens and a silky rooster. The hens are brown phoenixes. I've got 2 silver phoenixes in this tractor. In my big coop, I have 5 golden comets, 1 golden laced Wyandotte, and my speckled Sussex rooster. These are the new hens I got this week. I actually traded them for a barter. These are this is the breed that when I first wanted to get chickens that I absolutely fell in love with and I really wanted to get, but they weren't available. These are barred rocks, and the black one is a black Australorp. So they are 10, 11 weeks old now. And they are staying in this small coop as they integrate. And then I've got this little chick inside too. And I started another batch. These chicks, if they hatch, I'm going to attempt to sell these chicks. If they don't sell, then I will try to sell them as laying hens when they get older. And then if they don't sell, then I will have more hens for my flock. Hi, Piggy. How are you? You coming over for some love? You sweet girl. You want some love? She's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want love. You got food? I'll bring you some food. I'll bring you some food. The ladies are like, it is way too hot out. The feel today was over 100, and it's supposed to be even hotter this week. I'll come get you guys some fresh food and water, okay? Hey, girly girl, I got your food. Can I pet you now? Good girl. Good girl. You're so sweet. You're so spiky. You're so spiky. I was asking around. I thought she was wild. Just from pictures that I've seen, there was some that looked like it had, there was a South Carolina wild boar thing that had the spots like this and the spike on the back there like that. But I was asking around and people were saying that she looks like a Juliana pig. So, because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because right now she's just a pet, and that's fine. But I don't think I'm going to sell or breed her. I think I'm just going to keep her as a pet for right now. She's very sweet. She has 1 blue eye and 1 brown eye too. She loves her food. It's way too hot out, isn't it? I need to get the hose out and just hose you down. So just a super quick update for the farm. I like being able to do the videos because then I can look back at them in a month and see the amazing amount of progress that's been made. Because when you're seeing it every day, sometimes it's hard to see the differences, but when you see it over time, you can see how much has grown and how much it's changed. So thanks for joining me today. It's been really fun to share this with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.